Hey there, adventurers! Today we are here at Universal Orlando. Since today they are announcing their brand new coaster, I thought also check out some rides and talk a few updates. So with that said, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. But I think now, before we head into Universal, I want to quickly stop into the Epic Universe store since I have not been in this in such a long time since going to the actual park. It's so weird seeing all the photo ops, especially for How to Train Your Dragon. In the middle there is the model. I just can't believe this is a real park. It's insane. They have some new Harry Potter merchandise since they have some new plushes. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness, what is this? There's a Niffler Loungefly. Wow, that's interesting. And then in the back, it looks like most of the Nintendo merchandise is still the same. Though the big difference is that it looks like there is more Harry Potter merchandise here rather than back in the left corner. So really cool seeing all that. But now I think it's time we make our way to Universal now. We can see some construction movement happening here. It is always going to be so weird to see this area without Rip Ride Rocket. But we can see like this spike in the middle, along with some roller coaster structural parts on the bottom. And welcome to Universal Studios Florida. I'm so excited. I don't think I've been back here since December, so I'm really interested in seeing a park without decorations. I'm also very glad that I'm here before they put up the Rock the Universe sign. And now we're gonna head inside and go on our first adventure of day. I will actually talk about this ride very quickly. I'm not gonna do Despicable Me Mini Mayhem, though with this ride, I highly recommend going on this ride later in the day since this can be quite busy from around first half of the day really. So because this is like the first ride that people see, I strongly recommend you skip this for now and then around the last 3 hours. That way you can save some time and still ride this. Now it does look like they're setting up for Rock the Universe, where we have some large screens here, as Rock the Universe is going to be their Christian rock concert, where there's going to be multiple artists performing songs throughout Universal Studios Florida. Now I should say this, it is going to be a separate ticketed event, and because of this, Universal will actually be closing a bit early, around 6. Although I think they usually close at 6 nowadays anyways. But more importantly, there is going to be 2 nights where they're going to be doing this. Where they're actually going to be doing this event this Friday to Saturday. And I gotta say, I feel like it is so weird to see the concert stage like this, since usually you think, oh, there's Rip Ride Rocket behind it, but now there's no more Rip Ride Rocket. But we can actually take a look at the construction vehicle behind it, where from the sounds of it, they are still hard at work. Now, you might be wondering, Andrew, what are you going to do right now? Well, I'm going to try to do a 1-hour challenge. You see, what this 1-hour challenge is that I'm going to try to ride as many rides as possible and hope for the best. Because I know one day I did a 1-hour challenge, so I guess now let's go ahead and start the timer here. Starting with Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon, since a 5-minute wait. It has been so long since I've been in this ride, and I'm pretty interested since I haven't been here. It's also funny how this is going to be the first ride of the day. The first ride at Universal was 2026, in fact. There's all these props here, cue cards. Oh no, my worst fear, stairs. Let's go up here. Also, they have some games too where you can bypass time.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Sarah, and in case you're wondering, it's S-A-R-A with no H, because H's are out. This is my lame stepdad, Gara.
And if you're wondering, that's G-A-R.
Ew, Gara, no one's wondering how the star is.
Guys, you're not supposed to be here yet. The rest of the audience is still outside waiting to come in.
Ow.
And we just got off of Race to New York starring Jimmy Fallon. I gotta say that ride, it's not my favorite. I liked some of it, but I think overall it's a screen ride that doesn't really leave much of an impression and isn't that memorable. I think if you are a Jimmy Fallon fan though, I think you'll find some enjoyment in this one. Although, the good news is that we actually have our annual pass holder Shrek lanyard, and of course we got the one and only Shrek. That is so cool. But now we're ahead to do our next ride. Crazy thing about this is that there is still the Universal Backlot Club cards. Not entirely sure if it still works, though. There are these machines where during some of the events you can get some special cards while you're at Universal, and it's pretty cool nonetheless. But I think now for our next ride, we're actually gonna do a single rider line for Transformers. I really want to see if this is going to be open or not. Usually it is, so I am hoping. There's going to be a line, I don't know. And we're almost there. And we just got off of Transformers. As always, it is a good ride. I like Transformers, even if it's pretty much similar to Spider-Man. Always like the queue, and I think the ride is really fun, especially if you're a big Transformers fan. Though now, I want to check out the wait time since I really want to do ET, but I don't know how long that's going to be. Nearby Mel's Drive-In, there is a whole stage for Rock the Universe, another con stage where there's going to be a performer playing this weekend. There's some sound equipment and also this giant screen too. Pretty interesting. Luckily, ET is a 10-minute wait, thank goodness. I'm actually really glad it's like that, so let's head in. Yeah, I think for the wait, it's gonna really be determined if we can get in that pre-show as soon as possible. If not, then I don't know, because anything after pre-show, it is all fair game.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to the ET adventure. But I'm afraid we don't have much time, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. ET needs your help. Now, we just received an urgent message from ET's teacher, Autonicus. You and ET will be making a 3 million light-year journey on these bikes, but don't worry, you need a hurry. But you will need an interplanetary passport. So, before you go to ET, tell your first name to one of our assistants, and we'll give you your pass.
And we are now out of ET. That ride is classic. I mean, Everything from the animatronics, the score, the sets, everything is so amazing, and I love this ride. It is amazing. If they get rid of this, I will be angry with Universal and hope it's not another Fast and Furious Supercharge. So now, we're going to go ahead, head on to the next ride. We only have 14 minutes left for our challenge. I'm hoping Men in Black has a single ride line. If not, then unfortunately, that happens. But yeah, it is open. 10-minute wait. Let's go ahead and put our stuff in the lockers. I gotta say, this has the best AC of all the queues in theme parks. Though today is definitely not that day for the AC at all. Alright, we just got off of Men in Black. That ride is so much fun, as usual. And I got a total of 123,000 points. I'm surprised, because I thought it was going to get a lot lower. I'm not good at this game one bit. Maybe one day I'll have to try and ride this over and over to see how to actually play it, since I am not the best. Though luckily, I got the bonus at the end, so that was good at least. I think now we're going ahead and I think that's the end of our 1 hour challenge, since right now it's 12 o'clock. No joke, after I just finished talking about maybe riding Mummy, I was thinking, okay, there's probably a new coaster announcement. Well, it is now official. It is 12 o'clock. And we just got word on the brand new roller coaster coming to Universal Studios Florida, which is going to be Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. This will be a high-speed roller coaster coming to Universal Studios Florida in 2027, as it will be a high-octane outdoor roller coaster, as it will officially replace Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. It will put guests in the driver's seats of the high-speed thrills, where riders will experience the exhilarating sensation of 360-degree drifting as they speed through jaw-dropping maneuvers, including a 170-foot vertical spike that will send riders nearly 17 stories in the air over the outskirts of Universal City Walk. This will actually be its own version, since we don't have any hills here in Orlando, unlike Universal Studios Hollywood. But on top of that, Universal will be officially closing Fast and Furious Supercharge in 2027, as it will be replaced with a brand new experience. So I was kind of expecting that, but just hearing that news is so crazy. I mean, the fact that it is going to be under 10 years since this ride debuted, and it's going to be closing in 2027, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see a Fast and Furious roller coaster. Not huge on the name, since I feel like Hollywood Drift doesn't exactly make sense for either the theming of New York or in Orlando, since Universal Studios Hollywood will have Hollywood Drift. That makes sense, but at the same time too, for the roller coaster, I cannot wait, especially that 170-foot spike. That's going to be a crazy ride for sure. So now, since we officially know it's going to be Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, I am so excited for this ride. This is actually going to be the rumored entrance, where you will walk in, and then the loading station will be over there, and eventually you'll be able to go on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. And also so cool, since I believe it's going to be the coaster warehouse where they'll hold all of the trains. So I'm excited for this one. I can't wait. And I think before we head on out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and ride Revenge of the Mummy for the final ride. Right now, single ride line seems to be open, and I think celebration of a brand new coaster, why not go ahead and ride one of the very first roller coasters at Universal Studios Florida. This is actually one of my favorite queues, but Just got off of Revenge of the Mummy. I'm gonna be real, I think that's my favorite ride here at Universal Studios Florida. That ride is so well themed. I love the queue. The ride is so immersive. And all in all, it is a classic. It's an all-time favorite of mine. And I think when it comes to Revenge of the Mummy, that is actually our 5th ride of the day. That's crazy, actually. Usually I don't get that many rides done, but because I wanted to do a lot of rides today, we got done with 5 rides, so that's great at least. I'm glad we got done with 5 rides. Glad that we also heard the new announcement for a Fast and Furious roller coaster. Before I head out though, I wanted to check out the stage since we can see a 3rd stage in New York where there's going to be another stage with some more performers. And I feel like if you're going to Rock Universe, make sure you get there early, and I'd probably recommend getting to some of the concerts 30 minutes before showtime. I think now we're going to head on out of here, so that's going to be it for Adventure here. Also, for those who are trying to get to Finnegan's Bar and Grill, well, it is currently closed. There is a full-service restaurant experience at Lombard's, where some of the menu items will be going there, but in terms of Finnegan's, this will actually be possibly open later this winter or sometime in 2027. I guess we'll have to find out then. And now that is going to be a wrap on our adventure here at Universal Studios Florida. Today was a beautiful day. I mean, there was not a cloud in the sky. We got to ride 5 rides from Revenge of the Mummy, E.T., Jimmy Fallon, and so many more. Even then, we got here at the announcement of the brand new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. I'm excited for the ride. I'm a bit iffy on the name since Hollywood Drift doesn't technically make sense for New York or for Orlando, Florida. The only connection is pretty much in Hollywood area, but that's not going in Hollywood area. So, I don't know. If anything though, I am really excited for that ride, especially with the 170-foot spike. That is going to be an insane attraction, especially with the rotating vehicles. Like, I cannot wait. And then on top of that, I feel like today was just success. It is going to be a really interesting time since we already have Epic Universe and that entire park. There's also going to be potential for brand new expansions. We're hearing many rumors of what's going to happen with Lost Continent, maybe something for Simpsons. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of the brand new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift announcement? I would love to hear in the comments down below. Do you like the name? Do you like the addition of a brand new coaster? Do you even want a brand new Fast and Furious attraction? I would love to hear it. As of now, until next time, thank you very much for watching Adventures, and I hope you have a great day.